Welcome to Netawaka, Kansas. What an adorable looking little town. It's got a couple of churches and a little post office and a little fitness center and well, that's about it. And scrolling back, there's there's still nothing. Scrolling back, okay, you got Kansas City way down there to the southeast, but yeah, I haven't read the report to you yet, and this is already looking like a location. Man, look at this place. That's country life right there. Probably 2 dozen houses in the whole little town. Adorable. Anyway, I digress. Let's get to the story. Observed while bow hunting in a field in Kansas, I observed something that could only describe as a Sasquatch. I was sitting on a stool next to a round bale of hay near the tree line. Um, I was near a deer scrape. As I sat watching the tree line to no avail, it began to get dark, uh, too dark to see my fiber optic pins on my bow. So I began gathering my gear to make my move back to my vehicle. Okay, so he's hunting, he hasn't found anything, he's given up, and he's leaving. Okay. My friend was hunting farther up the tree line in the timber. After gathering my belongings, there was still enough light to see an opening near a corn patch. As I stood up, I saw a figure which I thought was my hunting buddy. I said in a normal voice, "Did you see anything?" The figure did not reply. Upon further observation, I saw it was walking in my general direction. It stopped next to a round barrel of hay, and I realized that the figure was at least 3 foot taller than the bale of hay. Now, the round barrels of hay, they're big. They're about like 5 feet tall, aren't they? Something like that. So if you're 3 or 4 foot taller than a round barrel of hay, that's like pushing 8 feet. Anyway, I began moving towards the tree line as to not silhouette myself. As a figure was closing the distance to 100 to 125 yards, I began to make out the body features. The head was kind of high with no visual neck, broad shoulders, which tapered down to a slim looking torso. The outline of the body allowed me to see his arms, shoulders, legs were extremely muscular, like that of a professional athlete. The arms were longer than normal, and he walked in silence. Okay, that's not terrifying at all. I mean, seriously, who would honestly be worried about that following you? I mean, oh man. Oh, as I stood there trying to figure out who or what I was seeing, I never had a sense of fear. I had my iPhone on me, but it never dawned on me to make a video because I felt like I was in a dream or a trance or shock. Well, that kind of makes sense. I mean, when somebody encounters something they're not expecting, y- time has a funny way of doing funny things to people when they're undergoing certain amounts of stress, may I say? I don't know. But moving on, as I realized what I may be seeing, I hastily skirted the tree line to my truck. As I approached my truck, the first thing I did was open my palm and slap the crap out of my tailgate. Make some noise, I guess. As I hit my truck's tailgate, I then observed the figure drop down on all fours, and in 4 seconds flat, it was gone. It either used the bales as cover or it was the fastest living thing I had ever seen move. So he made some noise, boom, and Sasquatch was like, "Well, there might be a gun, there might be. I'm getting out of here." So I don't know. After meeting with my buddy, he informed me that he shot an arrow at a buck, but it ricocheted off the breastplate. Um, okay. Then he informed me that the deer was going to run into my general direction towards the field, but the buck stopped in his tracks, looked into the field, and then turned around and came running back in the same direction that my buddy just shot him from. Okay, so so we got the scenario of this guy sees something following him back to his truck. His buddy gets back to a truck, says that he shot a deer, uh, nicked him, and the deer went running off, stopped in the middle of the field because he saw something, turned around, and came back running towards the hunter in the opposite direction. So somebody just shoots you with an arrow. What would freak you out enough to turn around and run in the direction? Oh, man. Um, so technically, was that two sightings? Was that another witness? Did the deer see this creature too? Um, I think this is entirely believable. Maybe it was a curious Sasquatch. It obviously wasn't an aggressive one. If it was aggressive, the guy would have known it. But I don't know. I just think this is interesting. It'd be nice to know what you fellers there on the interwebs think. There's a follow-up investigation, obviously. I'm not going to read that here if you want to, and then about the follow-up investigator right there. So I think it's interesting. Anyway, if I didn't mention it, this is report BFRO report 65984 on the website. So you can go to bfro.net and look up 65984 at your leisure, and you can read the follow-up report. I just think it's interesting, and he described the area perfectly. You know, so there's that. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'm out. It would appear you have reached the end of this video. Well, I want to thank you fellers for watching things that way. And if you could go ahead and, share and like and subscribe and all that YouTuber nonsense that they say on the interwebs, what they do there. That'd be nice. Y'all have a nice day.